Hello everybody, Markiplier here with another Goodness Honest video. Anyway, um, okay, so you're probably going to see a lot of Dragon Ball related content on my channel in the future. Maybe I wasn't so joking about that, this is now a Dragon Ball channel thing earlier. This is not a Dragon Ball channel, but this is what happens when I watch Dragon Ball again. Now, I have been thinking a lot about Broly lately because he's been in Fighters for a while. I've got a little bit of experience with him. He's pretty cool. He's a fan favorite character. I love Broly. Everybody loves Broly. I have mixed feelings about the new Broly, but it's very apparent that since he's in the new canon, they will be using him again in the future. Now, did Dragon Ball Super Broly come out at a strange time? Yes, because in the manga, I think they were just getting to like the World Eater Moro arc, which I don't really know anything about Moro, so I'm not going to be talking about him here. What I am going to be talking about is how they should handle Broly in the next movie. Because I don't think Broly is really meant to be on the show. Because either... Okay, you get two issues with having Broly as a series regular. Either you have to not have him around very often, so that fans don't get tired of seeing him, because think about this. Original Broly, we saw him in 2 movies, and then we saw Bio Broly. That's it. We do not want to see Broly every week. We don't. It's going to take away a lot of what makes him special. I think he should just be a movie character, or if he is around all the time, they're going to have some excuse for why he can't beat everybody, because Broly is leagues stronger than Goku. And the thing about that is that was more acceptable when they introduced him in a time period which was during the Cell Saga. But now, we're talking post-Jiren, post-Beerus, post-Resurrection F. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense that Broly was born stronger than a Super Saiyan Blue, right? So that's kind of hard to swallow. That's why I don't really love the new Broly so much. I still like him a lot, but like I have mixed feelings because of that particular reason. So, like I said, I think Broly should be a movie-only character, and if they really want us to see him as a good guy, then the very next Dragon Ball Super movie needs to have Broly fighting alongside Goku and Vegeta. And I want to talk about how that whole thing could work. I kind of just came up with this whole thing. This is gonna be a lot like when I come up with like that Flash movie or Superman movie a while ago, or Batman movie, whatever. I do have another Superman one coming up. So it's basically just like I'm fanboying a whole movie out of my head. I'm sorry. Now this is gonna take a little bit of inspiration from Marvel Comics. If you know where Gore the God Butcher is, then you kind of know where I'm going with this whole thing. So, my idea is we want Broly to take center stage in this movie. So we need him to fill a role that Goku and Vegeta can't. And what I think that should be is a very powerful Saiyan who does not have God energy. And that could be Gohan. It could be Future Trunks if he came back. But this is about Broly. So, what I'm thinking is that, like, it doesn't really matter which universe, but I would like it to be Universe 6, because that way we have Vados, because we already know her pretty well. In Universe 6, you see my Hot Topic bag over there? Anyway, in Universe 6, there was this character, we can call him Ruda, for like Rutabaga. He was training a very, 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 very long time ago to become a god of destruction. And it was very clear after he started gaining access to these powers that he was going to abuse them. So the powers were taken from him and he was cast out. And he's been in hiding for a very long time. His power has been laying dormant. But the clash of the universes in the Tournament of Power trickled some energy down throughout, like some ripples throughout the entire multiverse, and it has awoken him. Ruda is back, and he's angry. He hates the gods for what they've done to him, and so he wants to kill them all. Now, Jesus. Now, he can't kill Zeno. Obviously, nobody can kill Zeno. Zeno can't kill Zeno. But what he can do is kill Champa. And he's like, Champa's like dead. And Vados is like, uh-oh, we don't have Saiyans in this universe that are as strong as the Saiyans in the Universe 7. So I'm going to go to the Universe 7 and try to get Goku and Vegeta in on this. But one of Ruda's abilities is that he can disable or like drain God Ki from people. And that's how, like, he drains a lot from Champa, and that's how he gets strong enough to kill him. He can't drain from angels, but Vados just can't defeat him because he's too strong. Because he has power that he had before, and now he's got all the power of Champa. So that's that whole thing. So they come to Universe 7, and she didn't know that Ruda was following her, so he goes and he's like, hey, Beerus, I'm gonna kill you too. And so now Beerus is dead. And what does that mean? Shinkai is also dead. So that sucks. And now the universe doesn't have a destroyer. Now, of course, we're going to find some way to undo that because I love Beerus and I don't want him to be gone. But Goku and Vegeta are really angry about this, and they try to defeat Ruda. But he's like, well, you're not God, so I'm not angry at you, but you shouldn't have this God power. So he takes it from them. They can't go Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue. They can go, Vegeta can go up to 2, Goku can go up to 3, that's it. And it's like, okay, so we need somebody who doesn't have God Ki, but is roughly about as strong as a destroyer god to fight Ruda. Who do you call? Broly. And now earlier in the movie you could have like Goku on Vampa training with Broly so that you can have a little bit of like precedent for Broly knowing how to fight, but he's still not a martial arts master, which you need to be if you're going to defeat Ruda. So it's like, okay, we got to go get Broly, get him into the hyperbolic time chamber with us, and we have to train him. We have to train him for a very, very long time. Now, I think they say that you can't be in the hyperbolic time chamber for longer than a day, but they need to be in there longer than that. And it's like, okay, because, like, think about it, Broly has no training. Anybody that's ever gone into the hyperbolic time chamber has already had some training, so they don't need more than a year in there. But we have to sharpen skills in Broly that he doesn't have yet. We need to teach him control over his powers. We need to teach him how to access Super Saiyan on command. We need to teach him how to fight. We need to teach him how to, like, stay calm and how to focus. And of course, like, you could have Broly not, exactly be all that confident in himself. If you want, you can even give him a new Super Saiyan form. You can give him the more... Well, I mean, he already has the legendary Super Saiyan form. So he doesn't need a new form, but he can have, like, a full power equivalent of that if that's what you want to give him. Or, what I would like to give him is, while he's training, his tail grows back. I think you know where I'm going with this. When he's fighting Ruda, he sees the moon, becomes a Super Saiyan Great Ape, and they're like, Broly, get it together. We need you to hold on to yourself. And then he condenses into this red, furry man with yellow pants on for some reason. And he is now a Super Saiyan 4. Oh, that would be so good. I would love it if Broly was the first canon Super Saiyan 4. That would be so good. And you obviously don't have to call it Super Saiyan 4 because he doesn't go 1, 2, 3, and then this. You can just call it Super Saiyan Ozaru. Super Saiyan Great Ape. Anyway. This is stupid. But, okay. What I think you can actually have happen is you can have, Gohan and some of the others on, like, they're going to try to get the Super Dragon Balls because they definitely need them if they're going to bring back 2 Gods of Destruction. So that's their purpose in the movie. It could be Trunks, it could be Gohan, Piccolo, Goten, whatever. I don't care. You could just have those characters going to get the Super Dragon Balls, which of course is going to take time. But I mean, I think with Whis traveling across the universe, you could get there pretty quickly. Now, you shouldn't send all those characters on that mission because some of them do need to stay and fight Ruda. Some of them will die. Gohan will probably die. Piccolo will probably die. But they need to hold Ruda off and keep him from leaving this universe. Because you can say, oh, he already went to universe 8 and 9 and 1 and 3, and now he's going to 7. It really doesn't matter. Just have him have already destroyed a couple of universes before this. Maybe. I don't know. That's not super important. What's important is that Vados knows who this is, and now he's here in Universe 7. That's it. Those are the biggest details that you have to have in the story. Now, they don't have... Goku still can't access Ultra Instinct on his own. But in the training against Broly, they both push each other to these new places. So Goku is in Ultra Instinct again, and Broly is in whatever you want to call the Super Saiyan 4 thing. And they are ready to fight Ruda. Maybe Vegeta left the time chamber a while ago because he's probably got one of the best chances of defeating him. Well, not defeating him, but like staying alive while fighting him. So all that's going on. Goku and Broly come out, and it's like, all right, Ruda, time to fight. And Ruda's like, and then Broly and Goku just curb stomp Ruda. Ruda can't do anything, but what he tries to do is like, okay, I'm gonna blow up the whole universe. I'm gonna detonate myself like a bomb, like Vegeta did or like Cell did. Also, I know that it sounds like he's a very similar character to Zamasu. That's because he is, because I think Zamasu's origin story is kind of cool. I don't want to hear that, though, because Dragon Ball GT got away with Baby, who was very much an amalgamation of Cell and Buu, and Buu was already quite similar to Cell, so I really don't want to hear any of that. Broly is like, oh, we have to get him away. Like, how do we do that? And Goku's like, well, I can instant transmission him away somewhere, and we'll be okay. And Whis is like, well, how are you gonna go somewhere that he won't still blow up the whole universe? And it's like, oh, that's a good point. And Broly's like, okay, I'll keep him busy, and you transport us somewhere else, and like take us to a universe he already destroyed or something like that, and I'll just make sure that like he can't escape, and then you just get back home as quickly as you can. And it's like, well, that's gonna kill you, Broly. And he's like, I know, I'm okay with that. He's like, I want to do something good. And so they do that. Broly dies in the explosion. They finally gather the 7th Dragon Ball. Super Shenron is summoned, and they wish back everybody that Ruda killed. What they don't realize, though, is that includes himself. And after realizing that his plan failed, he's like, okay, I'm just going to go back into hiding and come up with something else. So, at some point, somewhere, and somehow, Ruda will return. But now Broly has a Super Saiyan 4 form. Isn't that cool? Isn't that something that would be nice? I think so. I think so. Now with the rules established by Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Broly would not grow his tail back, but fuck that rule. So yeah. That's just what I think would be pretty cool to see in the next movie that's got Broly in it. This would be a pretty long movie, be like an hour and 45 minutes, something like that. But I think it could be managed pretty well. I mean, how long is Broly? I don't know. But it uses its time very well. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but that's just a Western kid's idea for what the next Dragon Ball movie should be. Yeah, Beerus should die in it. Alright. Anyway, I'll see you later. Alright? Yeah.